Lately, I've been working a lot on a plugin. I know you're used to seeing tattoo videos, but this one's gonna be a little bit different. For the longest time, I wanted my own plugin that I can manipulate audio, stack audio, layer audio, and add effects the way that I want. But I didn't just only want to build something from ground up. I wanted to make a plugin that I would love, be able to work on almost indefinitely or the rest of my life, and also make something that other people could also appreciate. That was the goal with Snackbox. I was actually a software developer before I ever got into tattooing. So what I'm doing is I'm revisiting software development. Then I got really ambitious, and what did I do? I started coding a plugin from ground up, but I'm also doing something that I truly love to do, which is develop software. But more importantly, develop software for music. Music is wholeheartedly a part of my being, and it's something that I've been doing for many, many years. I think I got into music, actually playing music, like around 11. So I've been doing this for a very long time. I have to basically code everything from ground up. I have to make my own architecture. I have to develop my own file naming system, figure out where I'm going to place files, how I'm going to place them. Now, I am going to be doing this in conjunction with tattooing. Soon, once I finish one last part of the file management system, I'll have a base version of a file management system that will allow me to manage, save presets, delete presets, and then after that, I can go ahead and begin dialing up layer A for the sound engine, and then layer B, C, and D, and so forth. You get the idea. Hello, my name is Daniel Yuck. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you, your time, and your support. In this video, I want to share with you what I've been working on lately. Most of you may know me as Daniel Yuck, the tattoo artist. However, before I became a tattoo artist, I was actually a sound designer and a software developer. I would make virtual instruments for music makers across the globe, and this is me revisiting that again. I wanted to share with you all what I've been working on to kind of let you all know why I've been a little bit more absent on my channel. I just want to confirm, I'm not quitting tattooing to any extent. However, I'm revisiting coding and software development so that way I could build something that I've always wanted to build. Right here, as you can see, I have a plugin that I'm designing from ground up. This is made from scratch using JUCE and C++ coding. This plugin is called Snackbox. This is going to be a multi-layer sample-based instrument that allows music makers across the globe to sample any sound that they want, bring it into Snackbox, and shape the sound to find the tone and sound that they would like. This is going to have 4 different layers. It's going to have an ARP engine, it's going to have effects engine, it's going to have an expansion manager, and a whole bunch of different things. Right now, I'm finalizing the file management system so that way we can save our own presets, we can sell expansions if we want. You get the idea. This right here is the GUI interface. This plugin is called Snackbox. This is for my audio company called Pocketone. I will go ahead and leave some links in the description so that way you can check out the plugins that I've been working on. I did create also 5 one-knob plugins, but I'll save that for another video. I want to talk more about this one and let you all know a little bit as to why I kind of declined with tattooing and I went back to software development. One thing that I want to confirm before we continue is I am not by any stretch quitting tattooing. I love tattooing with all of my heart. I'm going to continue to do that indefinitely. However, I wanted to revisit coding and software development so I can create an instrument that I've always wanted to create. Right here we have Snackbox. You can see that at the top we have 2 drop down menus right here. One is for the expansion and the others are for the presets. Right here up top we have a whole bunch of different toggles that we can use. This right here is just a simple data window. We have a preset opener. We can also open up the sample folder where all of these samples are located, as you can see right from the interface right here. Right here we have a button that allows us to create expansions. We have one that allows us to hook up our sounds to any folder. It doesn't matter where it lives, whether it's on an external or our internal hard drive. Snackbox will read from both, as you can see right here. So I have 3 expansions reading from an external hard drive, and I have 1 reading from my desktop. So that confirms right there that Snackbox is able to read from multiple locations. Very producer respected. I have a reset toggle right here just to kind of reset all of the parameters. We have a soft refresh toggle right here. We have a load, save, and then we have a delete preset and a save as preset. That's what all of these functions are right here. And then we have some little arrows to toggle in between each of the expansions right here, as you can see. So you can use the drop down menu, you can use the arrows, or you could even use the preset browser. Keep in mind, I am an independent solo developer. I'm doing this completely on my own from ground up. It is very difficult. It's taking a little bit longer than I anticipated. However, I'm gaining into the end of the file management system. After that, I can begin adding all of the audio engine, layer A, B, C, and D, and then the magic will really start happening from there. So right now, you can see that I am at the last phase where I am including a favorite feature, so that way when we find sounds that we really like, we'll be able to save it as a favorite preset. This is going to be a really feature rich and really powerful virtual instrument that will once again allow us to really shape and define sounds to our liking as producers, which is really important. You can see that we have sliders right here that are really smooth. None of these are active or working. I haven't started on the audio engine just yet because I'm finishing the file management system. Without the file management system, nothing audio wise would even matter. So that's where we are at right now. You can see that once again I'm finalizing all of the final features here for the base version of the file management system using JUCE and C++. I have some expansions right here that I created, and I'll go ahead and just play some sounds here. So you can see if I click right here, it gives me a whole list of different sounds that we can kind of look through and create our own new expansion. I'm sorry, our own new expansion pack. So for example, here we have a one shot. Let's say if I like the way that sounded and I wanted to make that into my own preset, I'll dial in all of the parameters to my liking, getting them exactly how I want them. I'm going to hit the save button, and then I'm just going to title this one test test. I'm going to hit enter, and you can see that we're now greeted with a pop-up window that allows us to put in metadata, which is going to help us find sounds that are in correspondence to what we are looking for each moment in time we create a track. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in Daniel Yuck, and then just kind of vaguely fill out this information just to get my points across here. I'm just going to put any for all of this right here. Oh, forgive me there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just select these just to kind of toggle all of them just to make sure everything is working. And you can see now we have a preset right here that says test test. If I go over here to the Foley's, you're going to see that it's popping up. There are some things that I'm still working on and that I need to fix. However, I do plan on scaling this indefinitely. I do plan on working on Snackbox for the rest of my life and everything else Pocketone. This is something that I will be doing constant updates to right alongside with tattooing. This right here I have a genuine passion for, and this is something that I've always wanted to do. This project is really tedious and it's very difficult because I'm doing it all on my own. So when I hit walls, I have to kind of step away, figure out a new game plan, and then come back and then revise, and then do that about 20 or 30 times each and every advancement until I finally get the right code that I need for this specific project. It's really tedious, it's very painful. However, I have faith that this is going to be a really good piece of software, and I have faith that music producers across the globe are going to appreciate it. And also, not only that, we're going to have the ability to easily create our own expansions using our own custom sounds, which is a very big deal in the producer universe. So that's pretty much the idea of Snackbox. You can see that I have the preset browser lined up. It's toggling between the expansions here. You can see it's also toggling between each preset here. And then right here you can see so right now, layer A is the only layer that's hooked up, but it's just the base audio engine just to play back audio for development purposes. Once I'm done with the entire file management system, which is all of this right here, I am going to go back and then wire everything in, and then we're going to go back and add effects. This is going to have an ever-growing effects palette, which we're going to have like a sort of
rack mount effects approach on the effects page right here. However, I haven't gotten to any of that yet because, as I've mentioned, the file management system has to be done. So at this point, this video is kind of just me more so rambling about my inner workings of Snackbox. I'm just kind of giving you an overview of what's happening here with Snackbox, what I've been doing, and for those who are interested, who may want to maybe learn more about either C++ or about what I am doing, I'm always open to answering any questions that you may have about this. I'm always even open to extending from a solo developer to having a team help me develop this, especially if it's going to make a better product. So if you are a developer and you're looking to possibly join a team, I'm more than willing to expand my team and my horizons, so that way we can build something that's really solid and that will stand the test of time, but more importantly, give producers across the world true authentic value that will allow them to create music with ease. The idea behind Snackbox is just that. I wanted to create something really powerful, however super easy to use. Even beginners to full-blown professionals can use it and be able to navigate through the entire plugin really easily. And I feel like I really nailed the design. I feel like I'm really gaining in on that sort of feel. The workflow feels great. Everything is working as of now. All of this is coded via JUCE C++. Let me go ahead and show you here. This is what I use right here. This is the Snackbox project itself. Again, it's still in a very early stage here, and I still have a long ways to go. So I anticipate on releasing this maybe hopefully sometime in the fall. That's what I'm shooting for. But as of right now, this is where we are at. I am using JUCE and C++ to create this entire plugin right here. And this project has been definitely taking up a lot of my time, but I'm very passionate about software development just as much as I am tattooing, which is why I wanted to bring you all a video, and I'll bring you more. I may even go live streaming while I code this and develop it, even or while I go live and develop this. If y'all are interested in that, I would definitely do that as well. Once again though, at this point I do feel like I'm rambling, but that's basically what I have going on. I am open to extending the Pocketone team. If you are a developer, drop a comment down below or email me if you're interested in working on this with me right here. If anyone has any questions at all, I encourage you to please drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to assist in the best possible direction. But that's kind of it for now. I don't want to ramble on any further. I feel like I did a good job at expressing what I've been doing and kind of showing you all an overview as to what I have going on and as to why I've been a little bit absent with tattooing. One more time, I just want to reiterate and reassure, I am not going anywhere when it comes to tattooing. Tattooing is something that I will do for the rest of my life, just like software development. These two things are my passions along with creating music. Software development is directly correspondence and tied into creating music. I'm doing this so that way I can have a world-class instrument of my own to create my own music. And that is the exact point of Snackbox right here. That'll be it for this one. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, if you have any questions, drop them down below. If you're interested in working on the Pocketone team, let me know. You can email me or drop a comment. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. If you're interested in seeing more content like this, let me know down below and I'll go ahead and try to format these videos in a more professional format as opposed to just winging it along the way. Thank you once again. I appreciate you. Y'all have a great day.